Hey guys, I'm Austin Vincent, and this is my mom, Cindy Vincent. Welcome to Electric Interactions, where we empower your interactions with yourself and others. Today's video is a continuation of our series focused on helping you more effectively manage your minutes every day, so you can do the things you need to do and the things you want to do, a concept known as time management.
I work as a professional speech and language pathologist, and we lump strategies for effective time management under the set of skills and processes in the brain called executive functioning. We've said it before and we'll say it again. Having good executive functioning skills is an important part of overall life success and happiness. Other executive functioning skills besides time management include task initiation, that is, the ability to get started on a project, setting and achieving goals, and mental flexibility, just to name a few. If you're interested in these skills that are so crucial for comprehensive control of your own behavior, check out our other videos in the Executive Functioning series.
For now, funnily enough, we'll focus today on time management strategies that don't work. Now, why would we want to cover techniques that won't help you structure your day better or enable you to have more time for the things you love doing? Well, to really master time management, it's important for us to examine our thinking and consider what good and bad habits we have in our relationship with time so that we can move forward with the good and leave behind the bad. While we discuss these strategies that don't work, ask yourself if you're currently subscribing to any of them, so you can think about what new habits you can adopt that will make your life better. Once we've talked about what not to do with time management, in the next video in this series, we'll talk about some techniques you should use to gain better control over your own time, specifically through the use of scheduling and planning. So let's get right to it.
You know, I find that students who tend to have difficulties with time management, such as leaving their work until the last minute and then being overwhelmed because they can't finish it in time, they tend to use this bad strategy of number one. Hope for the best with only a vague notion of what you need to do. Now, these students are generally those who don't use any type of planner or means of writing down what appointments they have or assignments that must be done and when. These students tell me things like,
I don't need a planner. I can just keep track of everything I need to do all in my head.
Now, I work with some pretty smart students, and Austin falls under this category of sometimes being too smart for his own good. So for many of them, it is true. They can keep lots of things in their head, many more things than I would be able to, and I admit that. And yet, this is a method that will only work for a certain length of time in their careers as students or professionals. It is not an effective long-term strategy, and eventually everyone hits a wall where there are too many things to keep track of in their head only.
Let me tell you, I hit that wall and I hit it very hard when I got into college. It started becoming apparent as I approached the end of high school, but college for me was the breaking point.
Exactly, and your experience is the same as my students. As you advance in school and life in general, and your responsibilities increase in number and become more complicated, it becomes nearly impossible to keep all the requirements, deadlines, appointments, etc., even just for a single class inside your head.
If you have, say, one class that has 4 tests and 10 assignments, that's 14 different dates and times you have to remember. Now imagine you have 4 classes like this, like a typical college semester. That's 48 different dates and times. Combine that with random appointments like the doctor, dentists, or barbers, time with sports or clubs, and meetings and holidays with friends and family, and you have a lot more than one person can ever memorize or remember off the top of their head. That's why hoping for the best is a strategy that is guaranteed to make you fail. If not now, then eventually.
Now, as a counter argument, sometimes these students might say to me,
well, I still don't need to plan ahead because I'll just look online and see when things are due.
Again, this is another strategy that works sometimes. However, telling yourself you'll just look things up when you need to doesn't allow you to keep track of all the assignments from all the classes and any other appointments or responsibilities you may have in one spot. if you try to use this approach, you'll have many times when you get busy and forget to check what's due, and that's when you get bitten. Instead, using a planner is the key solution here to prevent any forgotten assignments, tests, or other appointments from sneaking up on you.
You know, I'll be the first to admit that I completely ignored my mom's insistence for years that I should use a planner. I went through high school and mostly got my assignments done, although I definitely missed an assignment here and there, and even had the dreaded experience of realizing that a major exam or paper was due the day before since I didn't track anything. When I went to college, that's when everything really went south. I took a nosedive in the middle of my first semester and I failed out. And one of the main reasons for that was because I became so overwhelmed with all the work I had to do and couldn't keep all that information together just inside my head. Embarrassingly enough, I also had more than a couple jobs along the way where I got fired because I forgot to report to work on more than one occasion or showed up late because I didn't plan ahead. People at work, like your boss, are not nearly as forgiving when you're late or miss a shift as teachers are at school in terms of missing an assignment. If you miss work more than once, usually you'll probably get fired. So after getting punished in school and in my jobs, by the time my second year of college rolled around, I finally caved in and discovered what an amazing tool a planner could be, and stopped overburdening my own brain trying to track all these responsibilities in my head.
Actually, I very clearly remember you calling me excitedly saying, "Mom, I got a planner and it's amazing. I can't believe how much it's helping me." Although honestly, what I wanted to say was, "Yes, honey, I've been telling you to do that for several years now." Instead, I kept that comment to myself, used my filter and said, "That's great, Austin." Social secret, sometimes it's best not to tell people, "I told you so." Now, even if students and workers start making a plan and tracking their assignments and appointments, this next strategy that doesn't work can still sabotage the success of staying on top of everything. Number 2, do work only when you're in the mood.
Although it may certainly make your job easier and more fun to do if you only start when you're feeling like it, the reality is if you wait to begin when you're in the mood, let's face it, the work may never get done. From my own experience, I can tell you that there are often tons of things I would rather be doing than my job, or when I was a student, being in school, working on my projects or assignments. And yet, I've learned that if I want to have a life with minimal stress, where I'm proud of myself and feel happy about the direction I'm moving in, I have to show up and do the work whether I feel like it or not. Heck, I'm pretty passionate about working out and lifting weights, and there are many times when I show up to the gym to this day and I do not want to get under the bar and be so uncomfortable moving heavy weights. But I always ask myself, if I don't do the work today, how will I feel about it tomorrow? Will I look back and be proud or disappointed? Will I be better off if I don't do the work, or if I do? And when I answer those questions, I remember that I do the work because I want the rewards, and then I get it done much more often than not. You can ask yourself the same questions next time you show up to do the work and you're not in the mood or just not feeling it that day.
Now, in our next video in this time management series, we mentioned we're going to talk about using scheduling to get things done. Now, there are different kinds of scheduling approaches that you can use, from like very tight schedules to very flexible schedules. And we'll be talking about which type of scheduling might work best for you, especially if you have trouble with motivation and getting started. But until you watch that video, know for now that waiting until the mood hits you to do the work is not a strategy that works. For now, let's cover the next strategy that isn't helpful. If you aren't using a planner yet, another time management area that tends to trip students and workers alike is number 3. Tell yourself, you have plenty of time to finish. This mistake tends to happen to students and even professionals when assignments or projects are given at the beginning of a term or semester at school or at work, when someone announces some deadline that's rather far into the future. You may think,
I don't have to worry about that now. That's over a month down the road. I'll get to that later. I have plenty of time.
What happens then when using this strategy is that the task tends to get pushed to the back of your mind or your to-do list because it's way off into the future. However, just like when you're driving a car and the car in the rearview mirror is actually much closer than it appears, those deadlines that were so far away at the start tend to show up much faster than you were expecting.
Telling myself that I have plenty of time has been something that has really caused me a lot of pain in high school, college, at work, and even in my personal life. It's a terrible strategy that can cause pain all around. Using this bad approach to time management can be particularly enticing when you have a lot of things on your plate to accomplish. It's easy to let some of them get pushed to the back of the stack, telling yourself you'll take care of them later. When you're not scheduling and tracking all of your different tasks and assignments, it's very easy to have things fall through the cracks. From my experience, it's almost a guarantee that you will have at least one thing really bite you because you forgot it, if you aren't using a planner or a schedule. Don't make the mistake that has caused me to lose a lot of sleep and feel a lot of uncomfortable stress. Start tracking and prioritizing your tasks and appointments now, and stop telling yourself you have enough time and can worry about them later.
And to further reinforce the importance of planning ahead, the final time management trap that many people might fall into is number 4. Don't anticipate or plan for unexpected events. This bad technique will really get you, especially if you're a wait until the last minute kind of person.
For some examples from my own life, I've waited till the last minute to do things like projects for school, studying for tests, or making a commitment to a friend, and then something unexpected happens in the final hour, like I get sick, my car gets a flat tire, my internet goes out, the printer runs out of ink. It all just totally throws everything off and ruins my ability to get the job done. And all I would have had to do to prevent this pain would have been to give myself a little extra time to prepare for the unforeseen and unexpected. As a professional engineer, in fact, it's an industry best practice that when we plan our work out to estimate how long it will take to complete, we sometimes estimate that as much as 25% of our time in a 40-hour work week will be used to cover interruptions and unplanned work. That's 10 hours out of the whole week. Now realize that life is full of interruptions, my life and your life. So you've got to plan for them if you want to actually get your work done on time. And you may say, well, I don't want to plan ahead because what if no interruptions happen? Well, then you can take that time and do something else with it, like maybe even something fun. The point is that planning ahead reduces stress big time.
Keeping in mind that unexpected and unplanned events frequently happen in all our lives is one of the main reasons to be scheduling and working somewhat ahead. An example of this is in my job as a teacher. At the end of every school year, I do as many tasks as I can to prepare for the new and coming year before I leave for the summer. Inevitably, so many events come up that I haven't planned for, like moving into a new room, having to go to unexpected training classes, or helping a new teacher that I didn't know was being hired, and it always seems I never have as much time at the beginning of the year as I'd hoped to have. If you're a student, you know you have definite deadlines you can't change, and many of them are at the end of the term or the semester. Now, if you're a professional, maybe you're in a job where you have some long-term projects to complete. In either case, it's very important to work ahead in case life gets in the way. To make sure you're always prepared for the unexpected, try to finish your assignments a day or two ahead of the due date so that when something eventually comes up, which our experience has proven something always will, you can handle it without any stress or worry.
So now that you've found out what time management strategies are a recipe for a disaster, in our next video, we'll be covering the scheduling and planning techniques you'll want to use so that you can reduce your stress and make forgetting or missing assignments a thing of the past and leave any bad time management habits behind you. We'll be offering many more executive functioning videos on time management to help make you a master of the clock, so stay tuned. And as we mentioned at the start of this video, executive functioning covers a super important group of skills that any successful adult should have. In the video description, we have a link to a quick questionnaire by psychologists Dawson and Guare that will help you determine the specific executive functioning skills you need assistance with. Also, on our website, we have a list of executive functioning weaknesses to watch out for, and we have specific videos you can watch to improve those skills here on our channel. In the future, we'll be offering classes on our website that can teach you the skills within executive functioning that will be extremely helpful to you in daily life, so look for those as well.
So if you'd like to practice and review the concept from today's video, check out our reflection guide for this video at electricinteractions.com. We offer guided materials to go with all our videos that can help you teach yourself and others the concepts and strategies presented here in more detail.
If you felt that today's video helped you uncover some bad time management habits that must go, please leave us a like below and comment to share for other videos you'd find to be helpful, as well as your thoughts and experiences with good and bad time management habits.